some freshmen and some juniors that hadn't played this year, and they've come on and done the job. And that's what I tell them. You know, it's kind of like Jim Valvano said. You know, you during college season, you hope you eat good food and you stay in good motels, but when it comes tournament time, you got to play. And that's what we try to do. Is we try to put our best 5 on the court during the tournaments and put them at the right spots and you do the things that it takes. And some folks might think, well, Coach, why don't you do that all year long? Well, but you know, in Georgia high school, the kids are allowed to play JV, so we let them play JV and then bring them on at the end.
Well, you just heard from Coach Mike Adcock, and now behind me, and Coach, we sure do appreciate that. Good luck tonight. And now standing behind me is going to be Coach Seth Vining. He'll be coming up momentarily, and I'll reach over to see if he's ready. And here he is. Coach Vining, I tell you what, first of all, you've got to be excited to be here. What a tremendous game.
Certainly was. It was a great win for us. I think we're all still feeling pretty good about last night.
Well, something else I'd like to mention, Coach Vining, is last night I was reading, you hear media reports, they say that Troy Kidd, he had a good game, scored the most points, but Jason Cole, number 14, I feel like was the spark that really put y'all's ball club over the edge. He was everywhere last night. He had confounded this Gainesville team, and I think, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, I've got to say that the Times, different people are saying that Troy Kidd, and I believe he should deserve MVP, but I'm going to give MVP to Jason Cole. I think y'all are there because of him. Do you agree or disagree?
Jason Cole has played well for us, and he played well last night. I really think it was a real team effort. I think we had about 7 or 8 kids that just played their hearts out, and Jason was one of the key ingredients, no doubt. He Jason Cole has played well for us, and he played.
I'll tell you something that also really impressed me about you as a person is being able to get your team up ready to play. Should we credit Coach Seth Vining for getting his team ready to play, or are they just great athletes coming up? I mean, what do you say about that?
Well, you know, coaches don't win a lot of games. Players win games, and you know, the players, I think, are pretty responsible for getting themselves up. You know, if it was up to me, we'd play great every night, and our kids have really played well. They have responded, and they've never lost confidence. They've always felt they could win, and last night was a perfect example. I think it's a real challenge for us tonight, so we can come back and play back-to-back, 2 excellent ball games back-to-back, and I hope that our kids are ready.
Well, what type of attitude will your ball club have as we round it up right here? Because they say that back north of here, Hancock and those schools down there are saying, who is this East Hall Ball Club? They were scouting Gainesville thinking they would be there. Does that pump you up to know that you're there and that you could come in and pull an upset?
We're just glad. We're just glad to be in the state tournament. Glad to be in the region finals, and you got to take it one game at a time, and that's what we're going to do. And hopefully next week we'll be ready for whoever we play on Thursday, and hopefully move on to Saturday. You never know what might happen. It'd be nice to go to the Final Four and get back to Macon. It's been a few years since East Hall's done that, but we got a lot of tradition, and I think the community's going to be behind us, and we're excited about having a shot at it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard from Coach Seth Vining of the East Hall Vikings, and you better stay with us because the Gainesville girls are knotted up with Fannin County to try to clinch this region berth tournament win for the for the region championship. We'll be back in just one moment.
Hello, this is Ronnie Lance at Beef Corral with a special
championship claimed by the Lady Rebels of Fannin County over the Lady Elephants of Gainesville, 48-42. This girls wrap-up brought to you by the Gainesville Booster Club, supporting academic, athletic, and extracurricular activities in the 5 Gainesville City schools. To make an investment in our greatest resource, our children, they urge you to join them, the Gainesville Booster Club. You can call 536-8424. That's 536-8424. Talk to Mary Ann Dyer, the president, or you can contact any of the 5 Gainesville City schools. Larry, the wrap-up.
Gary, the wrap-up looks like this. My MVP award goes to the winning school, Fannin County Rebels, and you've got to give it to, I believe, I called her the sleeper, number 25, Suzanne Green. When you think she's not around, she comes back and she can hurt you, and that's exactly what she did against Gainesville. She scored none in the first half, came back in the second half, had 10 big points. So I'm giving Suzanne the MVP for Fannin County. On the flip side of the runner-up region champions, Gainesville Red Elephants, I'm going to give the MVP to someone that came off the bench, Anika Jackson, number 11. She had 4 in the fourth quarter. She had 3 from the foul free throws for 7 points, but a big key 7 points to really spark the ball club for Gainesville to almost pull back and win the ball game. Those are my 2 MVP awards tonight, Gary.
All right. Nate Faulkner had a shot of the Gainesville alma mater or something over there. You know, they used to play intercollegiate basketball here, but they dropped all of that in favor of their intramural programs here, the Lakers and the Lady Lakers. I guess because they got a lake out front. I don't know. In any event, we're just about ready to begin the boys contest as our officials, the coaches, and everybody, and also our Hall County Sheriff's Department tries to get everybody into the stands, another capacity crowd, Larry, and our officials for this one.
Gary, the officials are going to be about the same as the ones that were earlier. It's going to be in the center, Wesley Dean. To his left is going to be Jimmy Hooper, and to the right, who will take the place of Chris Stevens, will be none other than Doug Wyruck, who has done some time here on TV 34. And now the starting lineups for the East Hall, West Hall ball clubs. Ladies and gentlemen, this is sure to be a thriller. And here we go. For the East Hall Vikings, starting tonight, you've got number 4, Trayvon Watson, the guard for for East Hall. Number 12, Troy Kidd, the 6'1 senior, had 23 points last night. But don't forget about number 14, Jason Cole. I gave him MVP last night. He was a big spark for this East Hall ball club. Rounding it out will be number 20, Jeremy Lott. And don't forget the big inside man that really had a big game up against Pat Lee. It's number 30, Jarvis Davenport. And now as the camera begins to swing toward the West Hall Spartans, who have won 4 in a row, and Coach Mike Adcock has those West Hall Spartans flying. Number 5, Blake Chastain. Number 22, the forward, Gary Martin. You've got number 23, Josh Millsap. Number 24, the Chris Thorpe, the one I gave MVP to last night for West Hall. Rounding it out will be number 42, the big power forward, Jerome Mintz. And now Gary Carrot downtown for us, play-by-play.
All right, Larry Land, thank you very much. Remind you that this game and the other game you just saw brought to you in large part by the booster and tip-off clubs of these various organizations. West Hall and East Hall call it the tip-off club.
Keys to win. West Hall must stay out of foul trouble and use Mintz at power forward. Of course, now watch how Davenport matches up with him. What happens with Mintz on the power forward, it'll free Millsap up on the follow or pushing Thorpe on the wing. If this 1-2-3 rotation is working, Gary, I look for West Hall to beat this East Hall ball club. Of course, now something you say about East Hall, they'll give you 32 minutes of hard-fought basketball. You may beat East Hall, Gary, but one can say the Vikings have been there when you played them. They've never won a state title, and they're hungry.
Millsap and Kidd jump center. And it's going to be touched by West Hall, so East Hall will get it on out of bounds.
Very, very curious to see how East Hall comes out and to see if they're elevating themselves to what it takes to win a state title.
Or if they've got anything left after that upset last night of Gainesville. Driving and scoring right off the bat is Troy Kidd, number 12. East Hall all in black and West Hall in that light silver gray. Blake Chastain brings it across the line. They get it down inside. Millsap passes off. to Thorpe. Thorpe scores, and it's 2-2, and we're tied.
That's the importance of Chris Thorpe right there.
Shot by Watson won't go. Rebounded West Hall, and a foul is called.
Reaching in, Trayvon Watson.
Watson committing the infraction. West Hall will have it on their own, the other end of the court on the baseline.
Well, I wondered last night as I scouted this West Hall ball club, they put Chris Thorpe in off the wing, and he did not do that earlier, and Coach Mike Adcock has told us exactly the reason why, and I think such a big ball club move, such a big move for this ball club of West Hall.
Huge crowd on hand for this one. Finals of the 8AA. Shot is up. It is good by Jerome Mintz, and he's fouled. 4-2, West Hall. West Hall scored a bunch of points in disposing of Lovett last night. 107-78. Both Thorpe and Mintz better than 20. Thorpe with 28, Mintz with 23.
Not only that, on this miss, West Lovett fouled out and only had 3 players at the end of the game playing with 2 minutes left in the ball game.
Mintz misses. At the other end, you got Davenport passing off. Shot is up, and the shot is good. It's a long 2 by Jeremy Lott. 4-4, we're tied again. Opening moments of the first quarter of the boys championship. Jump pass. Get it inside, spin move. Boy, West Hall really moving it around. Shot is up, it's no good by Mintz. Rebound is back up by Millsap, no good. And coming out of the pack with it is Davenport, who passes off the Lott. Lott shot, no good, a foul.
Just like that, number 5, the freshman Blake Chastain has just picked up his first foul.
4-4 ball game, 6:26 on the clock, first quarter. AA championship in Region 8. Lott will bring it in. Throws it to Watson. Watson tries to get it in the corner, and he does. Shot is up. The shot is no good by Lott. Coming out is West Hall. Chastain, hook pass. Millsap is fouled. Went up for the layup, and he's going to be fouled, I believe, by Lott.
It will be a foul on Lott. Good move, good push out by West Hall on the run. Nice camera work there. See Josh Millsap to go up for his first free throw.
He'll have 2. Number 1 is good. Josh Millsap, 6'4", junior center for the Spartans of West Hall. Thanks once again to the tip-off clubs of West Hall and East Hall for helping make this broadcast possible. Rebounded by Jason Cole of East Hall. Gives it off. Lott to Kidd. Troy with a shot. Good. He hit about a 15-footer. 6-5. Less than 6 minutes now to play in the opening quarter.
Gary, it appears that they're rotating Jason Cole over on Jerome Mintz. That'll be a big matchup right there for Cole.
Chastain to Millsap to Thorpe. Thorpe puts it up. He's fouled.
If it's Trayvon Watson, it's his second.
It is on Watson, number 4, as Thorpe goes to the line.
He may come out.
Thorpe for 2 shots. First one is up and off. He'll try to tie it with this one. Does not. But Millsap is there for the stick back. And instead, West Hall takes the lead, 7-6.
Gary, this West Hall ball club has so vastly improved since the last time I watched him play here on TV 34.
A trip is called as Lott hit the floor and hit it hard.
I believe they're going to call number 22 for West Hall on the infraction, Gary Martin.
Martin picks up the foul. And Joey Randolph comes in for Trayvon Watson. Larry, you call that one.
Trayvon has a very big key role offensively for East Hall.
Shot is up, and the shot is good.
Troy Kidd may have heard Larry Lynn say that he didn't get MVP. Jason Cole did, so he's making a statement and looking mighty strong early.
Kid number 12, Chastain, dishes off to Millsap and walks. Chastain is a great passer. Millsap shuffled his feet, though, before he took the shot.
It appears they're trying to rotate the big power forward Mintz underneath, rotating Millsap underneath, but then just got tripped up a little bit with his feet for the foul, or turnover, that is.
Lott maintains possession for East Hall.
Millsap on about a 3.5, 6 feet, I should say, meter leap on that block.
Well, maybe not quite that far. Lott makes the shot. No good. Mintz on the board. Move it around now. Chastain almost loses it. Instead saves it. Gives it off to Martin, who almost loses it, but Thorpe saves it and gets it back again. Off to Chastain. Kid went for the steal. Chastain will take the shot. He hit it from about 17 feet.
You talking about a very big key freshman role this young man's playing.
Kid misses. Mintz gets it. Gives it off. Here comes Thorpe. Thorpe takes it all away. And it's 11 to 8. 11 to 8 in favor of West Hall by 3. Kidd with the ball. Give it to Randolph, back to Kidd. Kidd with a shot. No. Cole fights for it. Comes out of the pack with it. Flips it back off to Jarvis Davenport, who gives it back to Lott. Lott on the dribble. Off to Randolph. Back to Kidd. To Lott. Millsap went for the steal. Instead, he's going to get a foul.
It may be on Jeremy Lott, his second. No, they do call it on Millsap.
Yeah, Millsap went for the steal. 3:43, first quarter, as Seth Vining rotates in a lot of people, and here comes the first wave. Watson comes back in. Bart Sloan comes in. Also Stephen Faulkner in. 3-point shot. Troy Kidd.
He has 9.
And he's hot, and it's tied at 11.
Leading all scores.
.324 on the clock. First quarter, 11-11 tie. West Hall and East Hall Region 8 AA Championship being contested here at the Gainesville College Gymnasium. Chastain looks for help. Finally gets it from Thorpe. Hook pass to Millsap. Saved by Chastain. Back to Millsap. Went for the stuff. Instead had to grab the rim to keep from getting his feet knocked out from under him and was fouled.
Yes, they're going to call the foul on number 24, Bart Sloan, that checked in his first.
Faulkner, Sloan, and Watson came in on the wave of substitution. Seth Vining likes to play a lot of people.
You're about to see Daniel Riley check in for East Hall.
Shot is up, and it is good by Josh Millsap.
Where they are at this point 2 for 6.
Riley comes in and Lott comes out. Millsap will have shot number 2. Misses it. Stays 12-11 in favor of West Hall. Here come the Vikings. Riley passes off. Shot is up, in and out. Stick back is good by Faulkner. The shot by Watson went in and out, but Faulkner got the stick back, and it's 13-12. East Hall by 1, but West Hall with the ball. Thorpe loses it. Stolen by Watson. Watson gives it off to Riley. Looked for help, couldn't get it. That was batted by Martin, but Riley runs it down to keep the possession in favor of the Vikings. Shot is up, and the shot is good for 3 by Stephen Faulkner. They burned Gainesville last night on the 3 a lot, Larry.
They sure did, and their just intense defensive pressure did also, and it appears that they're now beginning to step it up a notch.
Martin tried to pass it, instead has it stolen. Riley off to Kidd. Kidd, athletic move, no good. Run down to the corner by Thorpe, who threw it off of Riley. Official over there got a little confused.
Jimmy Hooper reversed the call because that was a good move by the East Hall Viking to see the ball coming at him and dodge it and now East Hall remains in possession.
Kid comes out. Adam Vining comes in. As you see Sloan set to throw it in, he gets it into Riley. Riley drives, has it batted by Martin. Almost saved by Vining. What do they call it? Him and Thorpe over there battling for it. It'll go West Hall's way. Chastain with the ball. 151, 150. First quarter. Millsap, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded by Riley. And here come the Vikings. Well, they're playing the full court game. Riley to Watson. Credit Riley with the assist on that. Watson with the 2. 18-12 now.
Notice when East Hall went up by 4, Coach Seth Vining masterfully took a substitution and rested Troy Kidd.
Another steal. Here comes Faulkner. All the way. Good. 20-12. Timeout, Mike Adcock says.
You get a timeout right there, but we'll take a break, Gary, and come back.
We'll take a break here. 20-12. East Hall leads West Hall. We'll be back.
Hello, this is Ronnie Lance at the Beef Corral, and we have more than just choice steaks. We have variety.
Our seafood buffet is packed full of your favorites every Friday and Saturday. Fried and boiled shrimp, catfish, clams, baked and fried whitefish, fresh chicken tenders, and all the fixins, including our soup, salad, and dessert bar. Children under 8 eat free, 1 per adult, and senior citizens get a 10% discount at the Beef Corral.
Hi folks, this is Terry Hayes. Along with me here is Ray Gentry here at Hayes. And Ray, let's talk about some pickup trucks.
All right folks, from D350 Club Cabs to Dakota Club Cabs.
4x4s, V6s, and V8s.
Folks, we've got it all. Hi, I'm Rick Sessom.
And I'm Elaine Reed. Rick, look at this. $10,998.
Folks, that's a V6, not a 4-cylinder, LE loaded.
Come see why Hayes Chrysler Plymouth is cheaper, folks. Hayes Chrysler Plymouth Dodge Jeep Eagle, exit 4985, Oakwood, Gainesville, folks.
We wish to congratulate the Hall County teams for their great efforts this year, especially here in the postseason. The girls and boys teams from 3 of our county schools all made it to the region basketball tournament in 8AA. So a big well done goes out to the Gainesville Red Elephants, the East Hall Vikings, and to the Spartans of West Hall as well. The booster clubs at these fine schools would like to join in saying thanks for an exciting basketball season. We urge the fans to get in touch with their schools to see what they can do to promote academic and athletic excellence in our young people, who are our greatest natural resource.
A minute 13 left to play. First quarter here, 20-12. East Hall leads West Hall. And Larry, neither one of these schools came in with a particularly good record, but they caught fire here in the postseason.
Well, East Hall has the better record at 15-10 compared to West Hall's 13-13. But do not forget, they beat East Hall last, and they've won the last 4 straight. They are playing on time.
Including a win in the sub-region championship game, as you see Gary Martin score for the West Hall Spartans. It's 20-14, East Hall by 6. West Hall beat East Hall last weekend for the sub-region championship. The Watson launches one, no good. Rebounded by Chastain.
Set it down here. If you're West Hall, get a basket.
West Hall gets them back in a half-court game. Mintz back to Thorpe, back to Martin, back to Thorpe. Thorpe for 3. 20-17, cuts the lead to 3. East Hall, though, with the basketball. Riley on the dribble. Daniel Riley, 5'9" guard. He's only a freshman. Number 50 up top on the dribble. There you see him at the corner of the screen. Gives off to Adam Vining in the corner. Shot is up. Shot is no good by Faulkner. And a foul is called on the baseline.
Gary Martin's going to be whistled for his second.
Only 1 second left on the clock here. We'll keep it here at the end of this quarter since we just took a break. 20-17. East Hall leads, and now here come the substitutions back in. Let's see, Kidd comes back in. Randolph comes back in.
Quick turnaround shot here.
They've got to shoot. That's Sloan for 3, in and out and in. Count it.
Jason Cole.
It was Cole, not Sloan. Jason Cole.
That's exactly how they broke Gainesville's back last night at the second half, at the first half ending.
23-17, Jason Cole knocks down the three-point shot with only 1 second left on the clock. We'll remind you that this game is brought to you in large part by the Booster Club of Gainesville, as well as the tip-off clubs of East Hall and West Hall. And there you see.
That's what they call the East Hall crazies, Gary. They say Gainesville. I was talking to one of the students for East Hall. He said Gainesville's got Amen Corner, but we got the East Hall crazies.
And all of those folks, the Booster Club and the tip-off clubs, would like to congratulate the Hall County teams, the Gainesville Red Elephants, East Hall Vikings, West Hall Spartans. Booster and tip-off clubs at these fine schools would like to join in saying thanks for an exciting basketball season. Larry, don't forget that in the first round of the region playoffs, you had boys and girls teams from all of those schools playing.
Yes, Gary, I'll tell you one thing. When it comes down to one of these teams going to state, whether it be just East Hall, West Hall, or Gainesville, whoever, when it comes down to one of the home boys or home girls taking it downtown, Hall County, baby, pulls together.
Stolen by Millsap. Gives it off to Chastain. And another. They tried to give it back. Blake Miller just checked into the ball game.
Gary, it appears that West Hall is trying to rotate Mintz inside, follow up by, it appears, Mintz, but to this point have been not effective.
East Hall really moving it around. Shot is up, and the shot was no good by Randolph. Rebounded West Hall. Here they come. The Spartans on the run. Chastain on the dribble. Uses a screen by Millsap and scores. 23-19. West Hall back within 4. Early moments of the second quarter. Dish it off to Randolph. Back over to Kidd, who's back in the ball game. Shot is up. 13-footer, no good. He's fouled.
The foul may be on Blake Chastain. Let's see. They call it on number 24, Chris Thorpe, his second.
Watson set to come back in. He comes back in, let's see, for Randolph. A shot of Mike Adcock there, the Hall County West Hall Spartans.
Excuse me, Gary, that's Chris Thorpe's first foul. Kidd will go to the line, where this will be the first time first time East Hall has gone to the line.
2-shot foul, so he'll get 2 no matter what happens this one, but he knocks it down anyway. 24-19, bumps the lead to 5. 7:03 on the clock, second quarter. Gary Glenn, Larry Lynn, Nate Faulkner. I'll be back with you tomorrow night with Georgia and Alabama in women's action. Kidd is good for number 2. 25-19 in favor of the Vikings. 7 minutes to play here, opening half. Chastain on the dribble. Off to Miller. Miller holds it to Chastain. To Millsap. Gets it inside. Thorpe. Nice play. Millsap to Thorpe.
There was your 1-2 rotation inside. Worked to perfection there.
Both teams now in the 20s. 25 for East Hall, 21 for West Hall. Watson drives, had an open lane and took it, but it was partially blocked there toward the end. It might have been by Millsap.
It was by Mintz, I believe, Gary.
They were both in there. Mintz with the ball. Millsap. One-handed shot. Good. Watson's on the floor, but he's not hurt. 25-23. West Hall has cut it to 2.
West Hall is a different ball club than what we've seen, Gary. They've matured so much.
Shot is up, no good by Lott. Cole got it. Kidd got it. And a foul is called. Boy, bodies all over the floor. A rough game. The girls' game was pretty rough, too.
It was, Gary. They're going to flag number 33, Blake Miller, for his first is checked in for West Hall.
You just tuned in. Fannin County took the girls' championship in Region 8AA. The final 48-42 over the Gainesville Lady Red Elephants. And Kidd back to the free throw line. 5:57 to play here, opening half.
Where he's 2 for 2.
They get 3 out of 3. Boy, he doesn't waste any time putting a shot up either, does he, Larry?
I think a lot of people could go to school on Troy Kidd's particular shot. We talked about Mahogany Hudson not have that rotation. Watch the underneath push rotation.
Troy Kidd, 6'1", senior guard for the East Hall Vikings. 5:55 now to play. 27-23. East Hall by 4. Chastain on the dribble. Long cross-court pass to Mintz.
offensive
He's
foul.
going to call him for an offensive foul. They say that Jarvis Davenport had position. Boy, the West Hall crowd doesn't like that call. The East Hall crowd, on the other hand, loves it.
No, Gary, but now Jarvis Davenport had both feet planted and was not moving the body, and I think possibly a good call by the official there.
Kidd takes it to the paint. Yeah. 29-23. Well, I say paint. There's no paint on that line, is it? No paint on the lane. There's some more lines. Oh, well. Bullet pass inside. Thorpe shoots it. No good. Battle for it on the inside on the baseline. A foul is called.
If it's Trayvon Watson, his third, he'll have to come out, and that's key.
Here he comes. Watson, number 4, comes out. Faulkner, number 22, comes back in.
Well, Faulkner has come off the bench with 7 points for East Hall, while Trayvon has not been that effective shooting the ball with only a field goal, but the presence out on the court with his passing and defense is key. So a big blow to this point for East Hall.
Thorpe inbounds. Chastain wide open for the 3. No. Mintz went for the rebound. Foul is called.
Jarvis Davenport reaching in right there. I believe Jimmy Hooper will call.
Mintz is on the floor. Jerome Mintz is on the floor now. He helps himself up. Mintz, 6'3" senior forward for the West Hall Spartans.
Well, they rotate Stephen Faulkner over to play and double team on Mintz, but it was that time that they're now beginning to match up Mintz and Davenport as they have in the past.
Mintz for the 1-and-1. It's not a 2-shot foul. And he misses it. Rebounded by Cole. East Hall back on the attack. Kidd on the dribble. Off to Faulkner. Faulkner in the corner to Cole, who shot that 3-pointer to end the first quarter. Work it around the horn. Davenport now with it. Back out to Cole. Cole open for 3. Didn't get it. Rebounded by Davenport, but he stepped on the line.
Gary, something I've got to say, when the officials took the field tonight, they did get a really rousing boo. But now I'll tell you, I think, and I say this sincerely, that the officials have done really an excellent job, and I've really been impressed with Jimmy Hooper and the way that he conducts himself, as always, in a professional manner as an official.
Get it down low to Mintz. It's up. It's good. He's fouled. Like they call Cole on the push. Our other officials working this game along with Jimmy Hooper, Doug Wyrock and Wesley Dean. Wesley Dean making that call.
Yes, Gary, right there, Jerome Mintz, as he shot, and good camera work by Nate catching the expression of Mintz as he turned around. It almost as easy as he was saying, if you plant, you may get a charge on me, but if you move slightly, I'll go in and I'll score.
Misses the free throw. West Hall's been terrible from the line tonight. Kidd on the rebound, but Lott loses it.
Yes, as a matter of fact, Jerome Mintz is 0 for 3 from the line. West Hall shooting 2 for 9.
As I said, terrible from the line. 29-25. East Hall leads it by 4. Kidd steals it. Give and go. Won't go. Randolph misses it. Shot was back up. He got the pass.
It may be on number 22, and that's who they'll call Gary Martin, his third.
Lott passed it off, and they couldn't get it to fall. But Martin commits the foul, so there you got Lott at the free throw line with a chance to increase the Viking lead, which stands at 4.
They may bring Martin out with 3 key fouls.
Jeremy Lott is good for number 1. On the other hand, let's see, East Hall hasn't missed from the line. They're 5 out of 5.
There comes number 22 out, Gary Martin. In comes number 33 for West Hall's Blake Miller.
East Hall as a team is perfect, 6 for 6.
Well, that's what also hurt Gainesville last night, Gary. East Hall made the foul shots when they were on the line.
31-25 is the score. East Hall by 6 as we head towards the 4-minute mark of the first half. Tried to get it inside, saved by Millsap. Couldn't get the one-handed shot to fall. I think they're going to call it on Mintz.
Pushing off. And now they'll walk the length of the court because they're in the bonus.
3:57 to play here first half, 31-25. East Hall by 6. And they'll have Davenport at the line with a chance to add to it. Gary Glenn, Larry Lynn, Nate Faulkner with you from the Gainesville College Gym, which is actually in Oakwood, or sort of in Oakwood, in Hall County. Shot is up, and it is good. And the Vikings have yet to miss from the line as Davenport makes it 7 of 7 for the team.
That's correct.
Glad you think so.
Well, actually, I was going to say 7-7 after you said it. I couldn't say nothing else.
Well, we didn't put the jinx on them anyway, Larry. Now they're 8 out of 8, 33-25, and the lead is 8. Thorpe to Mintz. Mintz thought about taking the jumper, instead spun and charged.
Offensive foul. That's 3 on Mintz, and all of a sudden he better come out. Get him out of there. He's got 3.
He should have taken the jumper. Coming in for Mintz.
Gary, what very well could happen here.
Well, we have a 35 in, and I don't know who he is. Riley off to Randolph to Kidd. And a travel by Jarvis Davenport.
Gary, number 35 is Greg Jordan that's checked in. We had Greg listed
as 20.
But he is number 35.
All right, we'll make that correction right now. A travel. Yeah, you can see it. Thorpe travel.
Gary, do you realize what you may be seeing right here before your eyes here on TV 34? If you're a high school or period a basketball watcher, you watch what's coming up here, you may see the new dynasty in East Hall coming about right here.
Got a lot of young players. Kidd is the only senior I see, Larry. Davenport, shot up, rolls. He finally got the shooter's roll, and there goes the lead to 10, 35-25 with 3 minutes to play first half.
One senior, and they've got a young man in the wings that'll come up next year as a freshman, number 40, Chesley Watson, JV. Gary, this gentleman is going to rock East Hall.
Millsap has it stolen away by Davenport. Stolen back, all over the floor, bodies everywhere. Who's going to come away with it? Still nobody has possession of it. They got a jump ball. Let's see. Possession error. Goes the other way. Boy, that was, you talk about people fighting for a ball, look like somebody in a football huddle going for a fumble.
Number 30, Jarvis Davenport, not afraid to dribble the ball to show that he does have some dribbling ability, but maybe should have passed that ball off to his guard. West
Hall, though, has the possession error, and here they are. Chastain gives back off to Miller. Miller back to Chastain. Chastain smothering defense, man-to-man by East Hall. Miller tries to drive, short arms it. And another rebound by East Hall, this one by Falk.
West Hall must stop here.
Fast and furious action.
It's either Blake Miller or Chris Thorpe. It's Chris Thorpe, that's 3, that hurts. Excuse me, that's 2.
24 for East Hall. Sloan comes back in. Along with, they're going to bring Vining in yet, 34. Nope. He must be going to be relieving Kidd. 35-25, East Hall by 10 here. 2:05 left to play first half. Well, he almost ruined the perfect percentage for East Hall from the line tonight. What are they, Larry? Now, what, 10 out of 10, something?
They're 9 out of 9.
Well, maybe they'll be 10 out of 10 with this one. They are. Proved to be a prophet.
Well, the reason that's not a bad prophecy right there is the fact that he's 6 out of 6. He has one of the best rotations in high school basketball from the free throw line. So not a bad prophetic statement there.
East Hall trying to shut him down. Picked up full court on the pressure, 37-25. Millsap can't handle it. He wasn't looking at the ball, Larry. He was looking at the basket.
He looked over to see if the basket lane was clear. When he got his head back around, the ball had zipped by him.
East Hall by 12 and a chance to increase that lead with less than 2 minutes to play opening half. Randolph drives, shoots. He got it, but a foul away from the ball.
No basket. Daniel Riley may have picked up the ball, foul away from the ball, and that's the call.
Is it 1-1 yet?
It is not. I believe Jimmy Hooper does say it is the 1-1. That was the 7th team foul.
All right, so for the rest of the way, both these teams will be in the bonus. You got 109 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. 37-25. Boy, it's been a while since East Hall, or since West Hall has scored. Shot is up and no good by Blake Chastain.
2 for 10 at the line.
Randolph can't run it down. Turnover. You got Kidd and Cole coming back in. Cole was the man that hit that three-pointer at the end of the first quarter.
Gary, if you're East Hall, I believe they're really beginning to make their move to the state playoffs. They really do look good.
Millsap off. A good assist by Millsap to Greg Jordan. The junior scores for the Spartans and cuts the lead to 10, 37-27. Kidd now squares from three-point range, but he stepped on the line, so it's only 2. 39-27. Boy, he shot that one from about 19 feet, though, Larry. Thorpe is fouled, and the foul is going to be against Jeremy Lott.
His second.
1:12 to play here in the first half. Back to the line we go.
West Hall 2 for 10. There's a shot right there of Chris Thorpe, 0 for 2 from the line, looking to hit his first.
Both teams have been to the line 10 times. The difference is that East Hall has hit them all. West Hall's only hit 2. Thorpe, who is 0 for 2, with a chance to increase his percentage here. He does not. It rims and comes out. Cole went for the rebound, and instead a foul, and we walk the other way. Are we going to do this the rest of the half?
Well, Gary, it's going to be on Jordan, the one that checked in his first for West Hall.
1:11, 1:11 showing on the clock here. As you got Cole at the line, 39-27. East Hall leads it, and the lead is 12. Is this the first time Cole's been to the line, Larry?
That is correct.
Boy, they are hot from the free throw line.
You shoot high percentages from the free throw line, and we both know what that equates to. Wins.
They got 11 points from the line right now, and the lead is 13. They've got 12 points from the line. The lead is suddenly 14 points. West Hall will have some serious regrouping to do at halftime. Millsap across to Chastain. Rather to Miller, then to Chastain. In the corner, Thorpe. Back over to Miller. Miller gets it inside to Thorpe. Layup, can't buy a basket. West Hall is ice cold, both from the field and the line. Squaring and shooting the three is Stephen Faulkner.
Gary, this East Hall team's for real, aren't they?
They're trying to run off and hide right now before halftime. 30 seconds to play. It's 44-27. Get it inside to Jordan. He can't get it up. Back to Miller. A big battle between Miller and Lott, and let's see who does it go in. Yeah, he wins against Miller that time with a push. You could see him throw the elbow, throw the arm. Good call by the official, although the West Hall people didn't like it at all.
No, but Jeremy Lott goes to the line where it's 4 for 4.
In fact, East Hall has not missed from the line as a team. 21 seconds here in the opening half.
They've hit 12 straight.
44-27. The lead is 17 points. And 12 of that has come from the free throw line. First miss. Chastain went for it. And I think it's going to be Lott on the foul.
Doug Wyatt comes over to make the call. It is Lott. That'll be his third.
Well, we've walked to either side and shot the 1-and-1. 20 seconds left to play in the opening half. All right. It's up, and it is good by Blake Chastain, the 6'1" freshman guard.
1 for 2 at the line.
20 seconds to play. 44-28 the score. East Hall on top. West Hall at the line. Gary Glenn, Larry Lynn, and Nate Faulkner here. Misses it. Riley on the rebound. 17 seconds, 16. I think they'll set up for one shot. Riley to Kidd. Kidd looks at the clock to check it. They'll initiate the offense now. 7 seconds. 6. Kidd from the free throw line. Millsap on the rebound. Gets it off to Chastain, who travels, and that's the end of the first half. East Hall caught fire. We'll be back in just a moment with the second half. East Hall 44, West Hall 28.
At Hawkins Framing and Restoration, we are a full-service frame shop. Whether you need cross-stitch framing or traditional work, we have the best prices in town. We also offer the only in-store restoration of frames and paintings in Northeast Georgia, outside of Metro Atlanta. Ask about our qualifications. You can't beat our quality and our prices. Check out our references with other satisfied customers. Conveniently located at Lanier Commons Shopping Center at the corner of Browns Bridge and McKever Roads in Gainesville. Phone 404-532-5760 or come by. Do you think Curtis Mathis products were out of your financial reach? That's not so at all. At Curtis Mathis, we have 7 different ways to buy, including rent-to-own and bank financing. We carry a full line of TVs, including portables and big screens, anywhere from 13 inches to 61 inches. We also have VCRs, camcorders, home theater and stereo equipment, as well as a full line of appliances. Now Curtis Mathis can even satisfy your computer needs. And don't forget our video rentals. Curtis Mathis at 586 Weston Avenue, Gainesville, or call us at 534-1311 to see how you can own the best for less.
Howdy, welcome to Briscoe's Boot Country. For over 20 years, Briscoe's has outfitted Gainesville, from Western hats to boots and everything in between. Cowboys, cowgirls, even little Wranglers. Dan Post, Acme, and Dingo Boots provide the added comfort of everyday boots, then add good looks and authentic Western styling in a variety of exotic skins and leathers.
Briscoe's Boot Country, 3270 Old Cornelia Highway, just below East Hall High School.
You know, there's a name people in Northeast Georgia have come to trust in sporting goods, and that name is Archie's. Whether it's fitting high school youngsters with proper sports equipment or making sure recreational athletes have what they need, you can depend on Archie's for sales and service. Shorts, shoes, warm-ups, and the top names in athletic equipment, they're all there at Archie's, with 2 locations to serve you better, in Washington Square, Gainesville, and on Monday Mill Road, Oakwood. Archie's is happy to serve our schools and the public with the sports equipment they need, and Archie's is a proud supporter of prep school sports. The Gainesville High Booster Club is happy to sponsor this broadcast of the Region 8AA Basketball Championships. They are proud of their Red Elephants and wish them much success in the future in all of their endeavors, athletic, academic, and in the game of life. Now, the Gainesville Touchdown Club is an organization that supports all GHS athletics. They would like all Red Elephants to join their efforts. Call 534-5248. Tim Fullenwider or Bob Norton or the GHS Athletic Department for more information. Gainesville High, starting its second 100 years as a school of excellence.
Welcome back, Gary Glenn, Larry Lynn, and Nate Faulkner as the fourth quarter gets underway here. East Hall leading West Hall 57-40. West Hall with a possession. Chastain with the ball. Backs off to Thorpe. Back to Martin. Inside the Mintz to Thorpe. Couldn't get it to go. It was a good play, but they couldn't make it fall.
Chris Thorpe did not have possession and went out almost with a push shot as he was heading toward the out of bounds.
Martin for 3. Nope. Mintz almost got it. Chastain almost saved it, but instead It's run down by Kidd. And a turnover. Well, again, congratulations to all the Hall County teams that made the Region 8 AA championships. Gainesville Red Elephants, East Hall Vikings, West Hall Spartans. And the booster and tip-off clubs of these fine schools would like to thank them for an exciting season of basketball. And it's not over. For the Gainesville girls, the East Hall boys, and the West Hall boys, they automatically go on to the state tournament. The next round of which, at least one of them will be held right here. Millsap got it in the paint, was tripped, and will get a foul shot or two.
Jason Cole, his third.
Personally want to thank Marianne Dyer for her efforts too. Another foul. Basket is good by Mintz. The foul is on Kidd. Yeah, Marianne is the president of the Gainesville Booster Club, Larry, and she's the one that got the ball rolling to help sponsor these telecasts.
Well, Gary, I'd like to say just thanks to all the boosters, what they've done for TV 34, the hospitality, and should just like to say thank you very much.
Mintz misses. A lot of rebounds. Went up and down and traveled. Yeah, I want to thank all of the sponsors that jumped in on these telecasts, too, of the Region 8 AAA and 8 AA championships, Larry. And some of our good folks has been with us all year long, and we want to say we appreciate it.
Yes, especially Bird's Chainsaw. Really do appreciate his sponsor and following.
Sponsored our interviews all year long. 57-42. Foul is called. 6:34 to play in the game.
Gary, TV 34 is making such immeasurable grounds that it would just not be justification to say thanks to all the sponsors that who throughout this season and telecast have helped us.
Millsap at the line. I won't mention them because I'll leave somebody out.
Little do these sponsors know, not only are they helping TV 34 and the mission that we have for our young people in Hall County, we appreciate it.
Millsap missed them both, Larry. It's kind of the story of the night for West Hall Spartans. Stays 57-42. The lead is 15, and that's where it's been stuck for a while. Adam Vining off to Cole. Cole off to Riley. Riley on the dribble to Cole. Moving around to Randolph, now to Faulkner. Faulkner to Riley to Vining. To Cole. Burning some clock now. Vining sees a cutting Faulkner. Good.
What a pick inside road move.
59-42. Credit Vining with the assist. Foul away from the ball. Slows down the action somewhat with 5:40 to play in the game and a 17-point lead for the Vikings of East Hall. Chastain runs it down. Gives it off to Thorpe. Inside to Mintz. Mintz up good. Foul is called. Up no good, I should say, and a foul is called.
Possibly Vining on the call, and it will be.
Two-shot foul for Mintz, who has had his struggles from the free throw line tonight.
Yes, he is 1 for 6.
Well, Larry, you'd have to say free throws are a part of this, but even if West Hall had hit them all, East Hall would still be ahead.
They sure would. East Hall really has dominated from the very beginning after about 4 minutes of the ball game.
But West Hall can't buy a bucket right now, either from the field or from the line.
But the good thing about it, Gary, these two teams do go on to take that trek, that march down to the big state.
Only 16 teams left playing in AA, and these two are two of them.
Either way, you can say these two teams walk out winners tonight.
Cole drives, lays it up and off. Jason Cole showed a little athleticism there, and he also showed that he could hit the three. He was the guy that really put East Hall up with a big margin, Larry.
He sure did, and I'll tell you, I think that East Hall is saying we are state bound and down.
Mintz, good. 61-44, less than 5 minutes to play. Lott into Cole. Lott back over to Trayvon Watson. Back to Lott.
Notice the low side rotation cutting down underneath Gary by East Hall. They are just flawless.
They're also looking for that good shot, Larry. They're not going to take a bad shot here. And burning the clock.
Watch the rotation set up inside right here, Gary.
Well, they're just running the weave now. They're just running some patterns. Watch the clock. Look at Kidd dribbling around. Finally, they throw it out of bounds. But the lead is 17 with 4:01 to play. They can afford a turnover or two here. Chastain on the dribble. Batted from behind by Jeremy Lott. Less than 4 minutes to play now in the game, 61-44. Join us tomorrow night for Southeastern Conference women's basketball, Georgia and Alabama. Millsap got it, and I think he was fouled, and the foul may be on Jarvis Davenport. They retire Janet Harris's jersey at the Georgia-Alabama women's game. She's still the all-time leading scorer and all-time leading rebounder for the Georgia women, and with Olympians like Katrina McClain and Teresa Edwards, that's something, Larry.
It sure is. I'll tell you one thing about this young lady, and it's unfortunate that we didn't get Georgia basketball on sooner, but to watch her is really a treat if you're especially a lady player trying to elevate your game.
And she's playing in the pros now as Millsap hit one and missed one. Mintz misses. But they got it back on the turnover. Martin to Millsap. Yeah. Boy, a move by Josh Millsap now, and a timeout is called. We'll take a timeout, too. We'll be back. Final 3 minutes and 31 seconds of basketball in the Region 8 AA Championships. East Hall 61, West Hall 47.
The wait is over. Now you can save more money than you ever dreamed of at the brand new Bobby Wood Buick Pontiac GMC and Commerce Banks Crossing. Look at this 1993 Buick LeSabre, only $18,600. Or this sporty new Grand Am, only $239 per month. Or check out this GMC Sonoma pickup, only $193.22 per month with all these options. Just a short drive from anywhere will save your bundle at the new Bobby Wood Buick Pontiac GMC. Exit 53 off I-85 in Commerce Banks Crossing.
You know, there's a name people in Northeast Georgia have come to trust in sporting goods, and that name is Archie's. Whether it's fitting high school youngsters with proper sports equipment or making sure recreational athletes have what they need, you can depend on Archie's for sales and service. Shorts, shoes, warm-ups, and the top names in athletic equipment, they're all there at Archie's, with 2 locations to serve you better, in Washington Square, Gainesville, and on Monday Mill Road, Oakwood. Archie's is happy to serve our schools and the public with the sports equipment they need, and Archie's is a proud supporter of prep school sports.
You might think that Curtis Mathis quality and selection is beyond your budget. Maybe not. With 7 different payment plans, we can tailor a plan to fit your finances. Why settle for less when you can get the best? Curtis Mathis televisions, VCRs, and home entertainment systems, all backed by the exclusive Curtis Mathis 4-year limited warranty. And now, Curtis Mathis of Gainesville can handle your appliance and home computer needs, too. Call us for details at 534-1311 to see how you can own the best for less. Curtis Mathis of Gainesville at the corner of West Side Drive and the Atlanta Highway.
The Gainesville Booster Club salutes Gainesville High School on its selection as a school of excellence. The Red Elephants are proud of their staff, faculty, and students and wish Gainesville High another successful 100 years. The Gainesville Booster Club supports academic, athletic, and other extracurricular activities in the 5 Gainesville City schools. To make an investment in our greatest resource, our children, the Booster Club urges you to join them. Call 536-8424, Mary Ann Dyer, President, or call one of your 5 Gainesville City schools.
Welcome back. 3 minutes, 31 seconds shows on the clock. 61-47 East Hall leads West Hall. Finals of the Region 8 AA Championship. In the boys' ranks, in case you just joined us, earlier Fannin County beat Gainesville for the girls' titles, but all 4 of these teams will now advance on to the state championship. Or at least to the state championship rounds, not necessarily to the Final Four.
If East Hall can keep their composure the way I've seen them play the last 2 nights, they'll bring home a state title.
Lott went for it, was fouled. Might see some people in this huge crowd start to file out a little bit now. What really set the pace was at the end of the first quarter when Cole hit that 3-pointer to give East Hall the 23-17 lead. They built on that. They led 44-28 at the end of 2, 57-40 at the end of 3. And now, as they continue their amazing free throw shooting, Jeremy Lott hits the first one. It's 62-47. And the Vikings are well on their way to a region title here. He'll have another. It's good, too. (63-47). Chastain for 3. It's good. Blake Chastain, the freshman guard, knocks one down from 3-point range. Foul is called. 63-50. 2:58 left to play.
If it's Blake Chastain, Gary, that's going to be his 4th.
2:58 to play here in the game. 63-50 as once again East Hall is back at the free throw line. That's Jeremy Lott again. The lead is back to 14. It's been pretty much 14, 15 points here for the last hour, it seems. One more. And I'll tell you, how many has East Hall missed from the line tonight, Larry?
Only 2.
Man. And they've been there a bunch of times.
19 out of 21.
Millsap dishes off to Mintz. Mintz, 13-footer, won't go. Martin rescues it. Looks for help. East Hall with tenacious defense. Chastain for 3. No. Tap by Thorpe, won't go. And on the floor hard is Cole.
The spark to this East Hall ball club that does not need to go down.
Davenport back in. Cole comes out.
Gary, I think that young man going off gets a round of applause. Number 14, Jason Cole, is definitely a spark and is a big inspiration definitely to this East Hall ball club. Such a big role he plays.
Chastain looks for help. Dishes off to Mintz. Mintz, little 10-footer is good. 65-52. The lead is 13. As we head towards the 2-minute mark, West Hall picks up full court. Spartans don't want to roll over, but they'd have to have a comeback of miraculous sorts here. Traven Watson with the ball. Faulkner thought about shooting the 3. Off the Kidd. To Lott. Less than 2 minutes now to play. Kidd. Thorpe tried to pick his pocket, instead fouled.
And may have fouled out.
I think that's it. Thorpe is gone.
He leaves with 13.
And coming in is Blake Miller. At the line is Kidd. 66-52.
Where he's hit 7 of his 7.
1:52 to play. 14-point lead for East Hall. They'll try to put it back up to 15, where they've been pretty much for the last couple of quarters. And they do. And they still haven't missed but 2 tonight from the free throw line. Martin off to Miller to Chastain. to Mintz. Mintz is going to be fouled, and I think it's going to be on Davenport. 142. You got 102 seconds left to play in this game. Mintz back to the free throw line where he has definitely struggled. Mintz hasn't had a good night from the line, Larry.
No, Mintz is shooting 1 for 9 at this point. Excuse me, Gary, let me correct that to 1 out of 8.
But he hits this one. 67-53. 142 to play in the game. Misses the second one. Slapped by Millsap, controlled by Lott. Lott is going to be fouled.
If it's Gary Martin, he's fouled out.
He's gone, so Matt Williams comes back in.
He leaves with 5.
In the middle of the court there, you saw Black Chastain go to the East Hall huddle. A little humor here toward the end, might as well. The official can, no, you can't do that. Yeah. No matter what he learns, you're right, Nate. Unless he can suddenly pull a 14-point play out of his pocket. Turnover. Down to Kidd. Layup is good. But I tell you what, give a long assist to Faulkner.
Yes, but you give Kidd on that one MVP of the night.
Mintz couldn't make it fall. Watson on the rebound. Kidd. Off to Lott. Lott works on Millsap and fouls him. Well, we're getting into garbage time now, folks. 69-53 and 1:03 left to play. Even some of the fans are saying just let them play. Yeah, you got to call it, though, if you see it. That's what you paid to do. Jimmy Hooper kind of grins a little bit and hands the ball off to Millsap.
Yes, he's got that 6-figure grin.
Coming in, Breeze Tall will be Riley.
Garrett almost appeared Jimmy Hooper. The referee looked up and said not.
Coming out is Davenport. It's good. 69-55. 1:03 left to play. Now all kinds of substitutions, and they're trying to let the crowd, some of the crowd, get out. But they're right up against the court. Everybody being substituted for now. 14-point lead and only 1:03 left to play. Bounce pass over to Vining, or rather, not to Vining. Who is that? That was Bart Sloan.
And if that's Blake Chastain, he's fouled out.
West Hall has a lot of folks fouling out here at the end. Thorpe's gone. Martin's gone. Chastain's gone.
I said fouls would be a factor for West Hall tonight, Gary. It has been, but never really was a factor.
Jordan. Well, it was and it wasn't. You're right, Larry. The foul shots that sent East Hall to the line built them a big lead, but they would have won anyway. As Riley hits number 1.
And that makes them 22 out of 25.
They've only missed 3. Now it's 23 out of 26. Clock starts now at 71-55. The lead is back up now to 16. Williams launches one. No. Jordan tries to pick it up. Possession error. Goes the way of the Vikings. Well, when it rains, it pours. 44 seconds left to play in the game, and it's 71-55. East Hall leads it. Riley gets it down. They lose it as they can't handle the pass from Randolph. 38 seconds to play. 35-34. Williams. East Hall still plays that tenacious defense. And a long three-pointer launch. And Mintz, or is it Millsap? Millsap got it and stuffed it after Miller missed. 71-57. Randolph from Vining puts it up, no good. There they come again to Miller, to Millsap. Spins off to Mintz. Went for the one-handed jam and missed it. 7 seconds. Riley, 4. Puts it up, no good. Stick back by Vining is no good. 3, and that's it. And that's the ball game. (71-57). East Hall wins it. Larry Lynn, have you got some totals for us at all?
Yes, Gary, the totals look like this.
They get ready to present the trophy.
Yes, while they're presenting the trophy, Gary, we'll say this, do a little totaling right up here for you. First, we give most valuable player to Troy Kidd tonight. Troy came out and had a tremendous ball game. He hit 8 for 8 from the free throw line, and I'm frantically figuring his totals. As they're about to present the trophies, I'm calculating Troy Kidd's score. He ends up with 25 tonight, Gary. Most valuable player. But you've got to say the most impressive thing was that 23 out of 26 free throws by East Hall.
And we want to thank the Booster Club of Gainesville and the tip-off clubs from East Hall and West Hall for making these broadcasts possible. As you hear Bill Sloan, the principal of East Hall, who by the way was the host school. It's kind of appropriate, I guess, for East Hall to win the championship in the role of the host school. Earlier tonight, the Gainesville girls lost to Fannin County as Fannin claimed the championship 48-42. West Hall Spartans now accepting the runner-up trophy. And in the background, you see the Vikings of East Hall, and a big cheer goes up from the crowd. And Larry, they really began to dominate this game at the end of the first quarter.
They sure did, Gary. It really, on that three-pointer by Jason Cole, like you said, really set the pace. West Hall never really got in it. Jerome Mintz got in foul trouble, had to set out the first half, and that probably was your ball game right there.
All right, and the final is 71-57 East Hall over West Hall. For our entire crew, Nathan Faulkner, Larry Lynn, I'm Gary Glenn saying so long from the Region 8AA Championships. We've enjoyed bringing you high school basketball here on TV 34. Tune in tomorrow night for the Georgia and Alabama women. So long, everybody.